Hey everyone, this is Steven here, back at it again with another video. In today's video, we're going to go over a sports card and memorabilia store here near Seattle, Washington called Mill Creek Sports. And I'm also going to go over an item that I picked up at Mill Creek Sports at the end of today's video. But before we get into all that, if you enjoy this type of content and would like to see more in the future, please feel free to hit the like button and also subscribe. So now that we got all of that out of the way, we can get into the actual video here. I did want to say that I hope everyone is having a great Sunday and weekend so far. In today's video, we're going to do a tour of a local sports card and memorabilia store called Mill Creek Sports, which is in Bothell, Washington, about 20 minutes north of Seattle, Washington. And then at the end of the video, I am going to show an item that I actually picked up at Mill Creek Sports. So stay tuned towards the end of the video to check out the item that I actually picked out. I did want to do a quick overview of Mill Creek Sports before we get started here. Mill Creek Sports has been established since 1991, and they are a sports card and memorabilia store, again in Bothell, Washington, about 20 minutes north of Seattle. And they're really known for their autographed memorabilia. All of it is certified, and they do host a lot of public and private signings. So they've had Ken Griffey Jr., Ichiro, Drew Brees, a lot of very popular athletes come into their store and they actually sign for customers. You do have to pay for that, and it is kind of expensive, but it is a cool experience to meet some of the athletes in person. And they do have a lot of local up-and-coming athletes come in and sign. Those are typically a lot cheaper. Looks like upcoming, they have Logan Gilbert and George Kirby, who are two up-and-coming pitchers on the Mariners. They're going to be signing at Mill Creek Sports. And then they also have Ken Griffey Jr. coming back, which is a lot more expensive as he is a Hall of Fame player. But they also do have some sports cards, but again, most of it is predominantly a lot of autographed memorabilia, and all this is going to be showcased in today's video, as I did capture some video in the actual store. But they also have a very large online presence, so if you take a look at their eBay store here, I'm sure a lot of you guys and gals have probably seen Mill Creek Sports popped up, especially if you're searching for any autographed cards or memorabilia. It looks like they have over 195 items sold, with a positive feedback of about 99.8%, which is pretty good for selling almost 200,000 items. But with all that being said, now we can get into the actual footage of me in the card store. And I did want to put a little disclaimer, as a lot of you guys and gals already know, I'm not the biggest fan of filming out in public. So if the video is a little shaky or not the best footage, I do apologize in advance. But I did want to capture and showcase some of the store, as it is a really cool and unique store. So I hope that you enjoy the footage of Mill Creek Sports, and stay tuned towards the end of the video to check out the item that I actually picked out. So that concludes the tour of Mill Creek Sports. I think it's a very awesome store, very fun to go there and just look around. A lot of very cool sports cards as well as autographed and certified memorabilia. Let me know down in the comments what you guys and gals thought of Mill Creek Sports. But now we can get into the actual item that I ended up picking up, and it is actually this Ken Griffey Jr. Hall of Fame plaque, and this one is signed there, and it's certified by Beckett in a nice slab. But this card is actually, as you can see, much bigger than a standard size card. And one of the main reasons why I picked this up, I'm not a huge fan of the Ken Griffey Jr. image on his Hall of Fame plaque, but this was listed around $250. The owner there actually gave me a deal at $200, and this was by far one of the cheapest Ken Griffey Jr. autographs in the store. And I did like that it's kind of an oddball size. It's a good display piece. It's bigger, much bigger than the standard card, so I think that this would be a good display piece around the house. And again, it is a certified Ken Griffey Jr. Hall of Fame autograph. So I just thought that the price seemed pretty reasonable at $200 for a Ken Griffey Jr. autograph. And I typically don't go to Mill Creek Sports that often, as it is 20 to 30 minute drive from where I live. And I do find that a lot of their items are a little bit overpriced, but I did think that this was a pretty solid deal, so I ended up pulling the trigger on this one. But with all that being said, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining and also informative. If you did, please feel free to hit the like button and also subscribe. Thanks, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.